You ever have that one moment when your whole world shifts? When the people you die for make you realize they'd laugh at your funeral? That moment hit me the night my uncle sent me a video. He didn't even say a word, just a single message. You should see this. I pressed play, and there they were, my family, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, all sitting around the dining table, laughing. Not the kind of laugh that warms your heart, the kind that cuts it open. My brother raised his glass and said, "To our family's golden loser, Ethan, the one who can't do anything right." They all cheered. I froze. They had no idea that useless Ethan was the one paying every single bill in that house. The mortgage, the car, even the Wi-Fi they were using to upload that video. I sat there, watching, every insult sharper than the last. My mom said, "At least he sends money. It's the only thing he's good for." And my dad laughed. Even then, he probably borrows it. That laugh, God, that laugh burned in my ears. For years, I'd been the invisible support system. I worked 16 hours a day at a finance firm in Chicago, sending money home every month because they needed help. I skipped vacations, ate ramen, lived cheap, and this was what I got in return. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just replayed that video again and again, until anger turned into clarity. If they thought I was useless, maybe it was time to let them see how useless I could be. The next morning, I called my uncle. "Don't delete that video," I said. "I'm going to need it." He sounded nervous. "Ethan, what are you planning?" I smiled. "A little family reunion." That weekend, I drove home unannounced. When I walked through the door, they looked surprised, almost guilty. My mom said, "Ethan, we were just talking about you." "Yeah, I bet you were." I acted normal. Sat at the table, asked about their week. They lied through their teeth. My brother bragged about his new car. My dad said he might invest in a new business. All of it paid for by me. Then, right in the middle of dinner, I stood up. "Actually," I said, "I brought something for you guys." I pulled out my phone, connected it to the TV, and hit play. Silence. Every insult echoed around the living room. My mom's face turned pale. My dad stared at his plate. And my brother mumbled, "Where'd you get that?" I let the video play till the end, every laugh, every word. Then I said calmly, "That's what you really think of me, huh?" No one spoke. I could feel my hands trembling, not with sadness, but with power, because for the first time, I wasn't the one being laughed at. I walked to the corner of the room, picked up the folder I'd brought, and dropped it on the table. Inside were every single bill, every wire transfer, every statement, proof that I'd been keeping their lives afloat for the last 6 years. My dad whispered, "Ethan, we didn't mean." I cut him off. "You didn't mean to say it out loud, or you didn't mean to let me find out." My sister started to cry. I didn't care. "From this month," I said, "the funding stops. The useless one retires." For a moment, no one moved. Then panic set in. My brother's face turned red. "Wait, you can't just stop. I've got payments." My mom begged, "Ethan, please, you know your father's business is struggling." I nodded. "Yeah, I know. That's why I helped. But respect doesn't cost money, and clearly, you can't afford even that." I walked out. The look on their faces was better than any apology they could ever fake. For weeks, they tried calling. I ignored every message. Then the begging turned into guilt trips. "We're family, Ethan. You're being cruel." No, I was being free. A month later, I heard the house was up for sale. The car? Repossessed. The business? Bankrupt. Meanwhile, I bought a condo overlooking the lake. And for the first time in years, I slept without my phone buzzing for help. But here's where the real revenge came. Remember that video? I posted a short clip on social media, not naming names, just the audio of my family mocking me, with the caption, "Funny how some people laugh at the hand that feeds them." It blew up overnight. Millions of views, thousands of comments. And let's just say, my family's friends figured it out real quick. Their reputation? Gone. Their pride? Shattered. And me? I didn't even have to raise my voice. A few weeks later, my uncle called again. He said, "They're embarrassed, Ethan. They want to apologize." I said, "They already did. Through that video, I just finally listened." I hung up, closed my laptop, letting them live with what they said, because guilt lasts longer than anger. Now, every time I get a paycheck, I look at it and think, this money used to buy their peace. Now it buys mine. And I've never felt richer.